Welcome back to Jack's Tech Corner. I'm your host Jack, and this is yet another Photoshop Elements video tutorial. Now I've been thinking about creating some new tutorials out there, so send me your questions and let me know. I've been thinking about making some new videos on like Microsoft Word, Excel, the new Office 2007, OpenOffice. If you're familiar with OpenOffice, which is a free office program from openoffice.org. So let me know. Send me some emails and give me some feedback. The Photoshop tutorials, the Elements tutorials are going very, very well. I'm glad everybody are enjoying them out there, and I get a lot of positive feedback. But, I'm into teaching computers and teaching computer software, so I like to expand a little bit and get some more interesting videos out there. So let me know. I wanted to just show you real quick the website here that has been updated. I actually put some more words up here. I went to a conference recently, and I found that if you don't have no real words or phrases or paragraphs on your website, then the search engines aren't going to really pick you up and do some web crawling there. So that's why I did some updating here. Also, if you're interested in purchasing the DVDs, I have some DVD reviews here from folks that's purchased a DVD. There's a couple reviews on there. If you'd like to review and you've purchased the DVDs, send me a review in so I can get your review up here on the website also. I'd really, really appreciate it. If you want to donate to the website, on the left is where the donate button went. Some people emailed me and said, Jack, where'd that donation button go? It used to be way down at the bottom, so it's on the left now. If you're looking for Ken's Green Screen Wizard software, click on the graphic here. This goes through a company called ShareCell, and it helps us out. It helps the website out, and it helps my my videos to, like I said, purchase new equipment, pay for the web hosting fees for the site and everything else. Other than that, the DVDs are up and they're here. For you Mac guys out there, you might want the Mac edition. You Mac guys and girls, there's iPhoto 09 on there, and also Element 6. There's a 2 DVD set, which seems to be very popular. Most people just pick up the set because you save a few dollars off of the shipping and off the total price. So there you have it. Just want to introduce you to that. Now let's go ahead and get started here with a email message I received, and that's going to bring us to today's show. Now, this email message is from a gentleman by the name of Patrick. Patrick just writes that, I hope I got your name right there, Patrick. Let me make sure. Yes, Patrick. I really enjoy your Photoshop tutorials on Metacafe, and I didn't even know I was on Metacafe, but I guess now we're actually, I guess you could call it syndicated. We have other websites out there pulling my videos down and actually posting them on their site, so that's pretty cool to have like a syndicated show. You're simple and to the point is great. The style is great. I'm wondering what tools you would recommend to fix a shadow in the attached photo. Now this is interesting, Patrick, and I appreciate that. Patrick has a question. He sent me the photo to give me an example so I can play with the picture itself. And that's a great way. If you have an idea for a video tutorial and you're stuck on a picture, email it over to me and let me know exactly what you're trying to figure out. You can see it in the bottom left-hand corner. It's a shadow. It takes away from the filling of the picture just a bit. It was a terraced field, and that's kind of interesting in itself, just like the rest of the image. Any thoughts of how I should be getting the shadow to look like the terraced fields next to it would be much appreciated. Thanks. Okay, I played with this picture quite a while this morning, trying to figure out just what I would do, how I would actually get rid of the shadow and still keep that feel of the overall picture. So let's go ahead to the picture itself. Patrick, thanks for the great question, and I'm going to show you now how to fix your picture. This is the way I would do it. Here's the picture Patrick's talking about. I don't know if that's Patrick up here on this cliff. This guy here, I don't know if that's Patrick or not. If it is, he's a pretty brave guy, I can tell you that. Let's go back to fit the screen here. This is the shadow down in here that he's talking about. You can see this little shadow here. And what's neat about this picture, if I was zooming around, Patrick, and sorry that I'm maybe imposing on your picture here a little bit, but this is really cool. I don't know exactly where this was taken at, but if you zoom down here, Patrick has a really good camera because I can crop this out and zoom down here. There's actually houses built into this cliff. Look at that. The only time I've seen that before, I was in Mexico and I visited the ancient ruins in Mexico, and I seen some stuff that was built like this. But this is really neat, and I wondered, Patrick, maybe you can tell me a little bit about the picture. Email me back and tell me, is there still people living around here? Is this civilization, or is this a tourist attraction? It's really, really neat. I mean, I see a car down here. Right here there's a Jeep or a truck or something, so it's very interesting. And if it is a tourist attraction, forgive me, but I've never seen this place, so I don't know if it's an actual living place or not, but it's pretty neat that people built their homes there. Okay, let's go ahead and get started, Patrick, and fix your picture. The first thing you have to do with a picture like this is, when you have so much different scenery, we have to crop or zoom down into here so we can see what's going on. This is the shadows that Patrick was referring to, right here. Now, as I was saying, I tried many different ways to try to get this picture. I tried to lighten that. I tried to do some selection. I selected it and tried to brighten it up. But then it took away from some of the other lighting in the picture, so it didn't really work out for me. So I'm using a very simple method, a very simple tool, and we're going to call this video Hiding Shadows. I taught you before how to create a shadow. Let's teach you today how to hide a shadow. First, let's do a Control J. We're going to duplicate the background layer. As always, we can just shut that off because we don't need that. And the tool of my choice today is the old Clone Stamp tool. It seemed to work out pretty well for me. The Clone Stamp tool, and what you want to do when you're doing the Clone Stamp tool is you've got to be careful because it's picking up information from wherever you're at. So what I mean by that, if you pick up this information and move it here, this cliff is going to come over here, is what's going to happen, because you're cloning it. You're making a clone. Excuse me. So what I decided to do was get very close in here and very close up here and then very close over here, and I tried to pull that together the best I can. Now, hold the Alt key down. You see the little bullseye. We've done the Clone Stamp before, not on this size of an image, but it works pretty well. And the first thing we want to do is pick up a sample and then just start cloning away. Pick up another sample and clone here. Here. So see, we're going to bring this rock face out just a little bit. And then we're going to come this way and try to bring this rock face in a little bit to try to match them up. You got to take your time and sample a lot. The more you sample, the more convincing it's going to be. Now we can lower the brush size down a little bit because we're getting into this tight area here. I'm going to come on this side here a little bit. Okay, we're going to raise the brush size up a little bit. We're going to try to get rid of this shadow here. Like I said, the smaller work here, keep your brush size very small. So you can get in there, you can build this actual face right across here. Just like that. We're just building it out and getting rid of the shadow. We're just hiding the shadow using the Clone Stamp tool. And once you get down here, we can increase the brush size a little bit more. And notice I started at the top and I'm working my way down. Don't go in and out of the picture in different places because then you're going to lose the actual shape. You don't want to make this flat. Remember, because this is a surface that is actually coming down off of a cliff. So I wanted to clean it up, get rid of the shadow. And Patrick, you're right. The shadow does take away from this picture somewhat. I think it takes the height away from it a little bit. It actually makes it look somewhat flatter. And when you go right to left and left to right, what you're doing is you're picking up the information as close to the actual picture that you're cloning, which we are cloning the actual rock face here. So we're trying to pick up as much information as possible. Just like that. We don't want to clone that. We want to clone this over. So I can build that rock over there a little bit. Just like this. And like this. Lower the brush size a little bit to get down in here. And I'm just using the left and right bracket keys just as always. And right there. I think we got all the shadow covered up. Now it looks a little blurry through here. And that's because we have it zoomed up so far, right? Now watch. We're going to fit this to screen. And there we go. There's no more shadow in there. The shadow is gone. We rebuilt the cliff and the rock face coming down so it still looks natural. It doesn't look flat. And it looks like everything's the way it should be. Patrick, I hope you've enjoyed this video tutorial. Thanks for emailing me. I see that you're from partway around the world, from another country there. I didn't show your email address there because I read your confidentiality statement there at the bottom of the email, so I didn't show your whole name or your email address there. So I take that very serious. I know I also deal in a field where a lot of our emails are very confidential, so I didn't want to show your information out there. But thanks for emailing me from partway around the world. It's great. And email me back, Patrick, and let me know where this picture was taken, and give me some information about what's there. I mean, is that a tourist attraction, people's homes or whatever? And until next time, folks, enjoy your Photoshop Elements. You know, it's a great tool. There's a lot of great power with it, and it does a lot of different things. So until next time, remember, keep those shutters clicking, keep the editors editing, and you too will be comfortable enough to start fixing all your different pictures and artwork. Take care. I'm Jack, and I'll see you back here next time. Bye for now.